Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Rosie Cooks. I'm really excited. I have a video that I made with lots of side dishes for you guys. You can use these side dishes for Thanksgiving or Christmas or even throughout the year when you're feeling like having a really good stuffing. I have mashed potatoes. I have a vegetable casserole. I'm telling you, everything came out super good. So let me show you how I made them. First recipe is broccoli cranberry salad. I used 2 big bunches and I cut everything into small bite-sized pieces. I'm using about 1 cup, 8 ounces of poppy seed dressing. I mixed that in. Now I'm going to add some sliced almonds. And you really can add as much as you want. And these are craisins or dried cranberries. And that's it. This comes out so good. This is always a hit everywhere I take it. Now I'm going to make a small batch sweet potato casserole. You can always double this recipe if you need to. I have 2 sweet potatoes. They're not real big, they're not real small, they're medium size. I'm going to rinse them, peel them, and chop them into pieces. Then I'm going to boil them until they're nice and soft. Now I'm going to make a topping. I have a bowl and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And this is going to be a nice crumbly mixture for on top of my casserole. So I'm going to mix this up until everything is well combined. So these are my sweet potatoes. They're completely cooked through. I cooked them for 25 minutes. And so now I'm going to mash them until it's all creamy. Now I'm going to add some ingredients to make this taste really good. I'm adding brown sugar. This is 2 tablespoons of light or dark brown sugar. 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and cinnamon. I'm going to mix all this together until it's really combined and creamy. I added everything to a 6-cup baking dish. Now I'm going to sprinkle my topping. I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until it gets a brown crustiness on top. And this is what I ended up with. I'm telling you, this was so tasty. It's a mild sweetness. It's really, really good. So then I'm cutting into it. Let me show you. And this is my sweet potato casserole. Okay, so now the next recipe is mashed potatoes. I have 3 medium-sized russet potatoes. I'm going to peel them, chop them, and boil them until they're completely cooked through and soft. My potatoes are completely cooked through. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to mash them up. And now I'm adding 1/2 cup of sour cream. I'm going to mix that in. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/4 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And sometimes I want to get them really creamy. I'll use my immersion blender. The sour cream makes your potatoes taste really, really good. Okay, so this is homemade mashed potatoes. I'm going to make an easy stovetop stuffing. You don't even have to bake this. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of butter and 1/4 of a chopped onion, 1 garlic clove that's been minced, and 1 chopped celery stalk. I'm going to cook this for about 4 minutes until everything gets combined and soft. This is a 6-ounce box of stovetop stuffing. I'm adding 1.5 cups of chicken broth. The breadcrumbs are going to absorb all the chicken broth. Now I'm adding 1 Granny Smith apple that's been chopped and peeled. Now I'm adding 1/3 cup of raisins and 1/3 cup of walnuts. This is a sweet and crunchy stuffing. Next I added 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Now I'm going to lower the flame to a simmer. I'm going to cover this and I'm going to cook it over the stove for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, you will have a delicious stuffing. This is 6 cups of carrots and broccoli. If you make this, slice your carrots in half, otherwise they take longer to cook. In a saucepan over medium heat, I'm adding 1 10-ounce can of cream of chicken soup and 1 cup of chicken broth. Now I'm going to add an 8-ounce can of whole kernel corn that's been drained. This is a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and this is kind of like a corn chowder, and this goes delicious poured on top of your vegetables. Now, this is going to be a little breadcrumb topping. It is 4 tablespoons of breadcrumbs mixed with 2 tablespoons of butter. Mixed it together, and then I put the crumbly mixture on top of my vegetables. Then I baked it 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And I'm telling you, these vegetables came out so good. With that corn chowder on top of them, it was like another gravy. These came out really delicious. So I just gave you 5 delicious side dish ideas. Broccoli cranberry salad, sweet potato casserole, homemade mashed potatoes, apple walnut stuffing, and a delicious vegetable casserole. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Happy holidays!